What's up, y'all?
What's good, man?
See, we got a little guest today.
Y'all know how we do it, man. Follow the drip.
Huh?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Too short.
Too tall.
In the building.
In the flesh.
Special guest.
You know the rest.
Right. Freestyle flow.
S on my chest.
Yeah, Freestyle Fridays.
Nothing but the best.
Yeah, sitting sideways.
You see how we sitting today? We on the big couch. The
Hey,
big
man.
couch.
Hey, man, introduce yourself now.
Yeah, Shoney Jackson here, also known as SJ, Shoney the Money,
Yeah,
the Shoney State.
yeah. Shmoney.
You know, I could go on and on. Long-time fan of the program, obviously. First-time guest, maybe second-time guest. I've been talked
Nigga,
about.
you been on?
Y'all talked about me a time or two.
Hey, no, but he done been over here working out.
Wow.
Show
yeah,
been going
type
on.
shit.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Follow my YouTube page, Shoney Jackson on YouTube. That's really free plug. Shoney Jackson on YouTube. Shoney Jackson on all the socials.
Follow
the Shoney
it.
Jackson Show dropping this week.
Shmoney.
Sports show. Shoney Jackson Sports Show with the comedic element.
Follow it now.
So you do it all.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit of all.
You do it all. Jack of all trades.
Yep. Trending
Jackson.
topics, music, women,
Oh.
food,
Jackson, Jack can do it all now.
Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, go
in the
Cowboys,
blood.
go
It's in the-
Mavs.
You think the Mavs gonna?
The Mavs are gonna win it all. The Mavs, it's Titletown. Dallas is Titletown.
What's the
The
last
Rangers
title?
are-
What's the last?
The Rangers.
Rangers.
Okay, yeah, I know.
The
okay,
Rangers are the
before
world
that,
champs.
before that, what's the last title though?
It's
been a while.
The Mavs in 2011.
It's been a while.
But I'm talking about right now. It's the here and now.
So
It's
you
the-
really-
Well,
So you
everybody
really-
looking at the Cowboys a little funny right now. The Rangers probably looking at them a little. The Cowboys funny.
Well,
the
everybody's
Mavs
looking
is
at the-
in at least the conference championship.
Yeah, it's been 10,000 days. I've been alive for most of those days. I would say that honestly, I came into the world and everything went south. Let me tell you something about the Dallas Cowboys, dude. You're not telling me anything I don't know. I'll tell you that for free. And second off, I came in, this is my timeline.
there.
This is my timeline as a Cowboys fan. My name is Shoney Jackson. I'm named after my dad. He wanted to name me Dallas Troy Jackson. That's a true story. It was such a big deal. My mom started to get stressed about it. She conceded with Junior. So I was born a Cowboys fan, didn't ask for it. Started my life, Quincy Carter couldn't stop smoking crack. That was my first quarterback. Loved Quincy Carter. Quincy Carter, shout out Quincy Carter.
Number
dude.
17.
Yeah, I know Quincy.
Quincy was cold. Quincy got us to the playoffs and couldn't get off the crack pipe. He gets cut. That inserts Tony Romo. That's basically how he made the team because he would have been the last quarterback on the roster, probably got cut. Carter gets cut. Romo comes in, drops that field goal. Next year, we go 13-3. He goes to Cabo with Jessica Simpson, the bye week. We lose to the Giants, who we swept. Next year, one of many times, we lost the last game of the year to a division rival to miss the playoffs, got blown out by the Eagles. The following year, we beat the Eagles in the last game of the year, blow them out, win the first wild card game of my lifetime. Brett Favre whoops our ass the next week. Fast forward, Wade Phillips got fired the year after that, and then the Jason Garrett era started. I had a decade of Jason Garrett. And then now, we got the Mike McCarthy, Dak / Oh, how could I forget? The Dez catch, Aaron Rodgers, who may be the Antichrist on my short list of guys that fit that role. Aaron Rodgers is at the top. He's taken everything I've ever wanted in my life, basically. I hate Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. And then now where we're at now, where it's been 10,000 plus days and every other team in Dallas is winning championships. The Rangers, the Mavs are in the conference finals. The Stars are in the conference finals. And Dallas hasn't been to the conference finals in 10,500 days.
Sounds like a bunch of heartbreak.
But what better time than now? For the Dallas Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
Every year it's gonna be like that.
Well, that's what they say, right? But like, there's only one team that wins the Super Bowl every year, and then we're the ones that hear that. The Niners, it's been longer since they've won a Super Bowl.
But the thing is nobody is saying the Niners is
Yeah,
coming
they
out and
are.
saying the
Yeah,
Niners
they
winning
are.
this
Hold on,
every year.
But I think
Now?
No.
But I think that if the Cowboys were at least at the conference championship, the conversation would be
Dude,
different.
you're
They're
preaching
not
to the
in the
choir.
Super Bowl.
I'm a Cowboys championship away from never having a problem again in my life. So like,
You just need one. He said, I just need
Just
one.
give me one.
Are you convinced that Dak is a franchise quarterback but not a Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Yeah, I think
There's
that's a
a
good way of putting it. I think that, yeah, I would agree. And I think that there's a huge, to be real about it, the Cowboys fan, there's a huge line in the sand where there's now like Dak fans
Yep.
and there's Cowboys fans or Dak fans versus Dak hatred. So there's not really a realistic balance that should be there, which like being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, that's natural. You're basically the president.
It's
Damn
not
right.
about, for me with Dak, though, it's not about the stats. Because
No.
if you look at the stats, yeah, first lead the league in this, second in the league in this, it's the moments.
Yeah, so
Moments.
I think that Dak, from where he's at right now contractually, around 55 APY mil a year, he's shown what his ceiling is. His ceiling is he could be a division champion, 11 to 12 wins, and he could beat some playoff teams, but he can't beat the top 4, top 5 teams in the league with the roster deficiencies that you have if your quarterback makes that much money. So I think his floor is high, but his ceiling ain't much higher than the floor. And if you're going to pay a guy like that, Patrick Mahomes, the last 10 Super Bowl winners, 7 of them are Brady and Mahomes, the 2 greatest quarterbacks ever, I think.
Right.
And then you got Matt Stafford, Hall of Famer, Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, and the anomaly, Nick Foles. Loaded-ass roster.
Yeah.
And quarterback was on a rookie deal.
Played out of his mind.
Played out of his
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
And Patriots set Malcolm Butler in that game.
Yeah.
People forget about that.
Yeah.
That was
No,
a
I
big
did, I
reason.
did.
Yep,
Nah,
yep,
I
A
did.
big reason they lost that game.
Yeah.
So really, and even if you go beyond that, historically, you got to have like a Hall of Fame quarterback or like a current MVP candidate. You know, even if you look at the losers, you got like Cam Newton, Matt Ryan.
Tell me this. We're going to switch gears a little bit. Will Lamar get one?
Lamar could absolutely get one. The problem with Lamar is the Chiefs got this 90s Bulls thing going on right now where they're like, Mahomes is Jordan, Andy Reid is Phil Jackson.
Yeah,
and they're keeping all of these potentially Hall of Fame level quarterback gold jacket guys from winning championships.
Yeah.
That said, when
They
you-
just got to limp into the playoffs.
it's such a consistent
and then-
franchise, bro.
Yeah, once
Yeah.
they get to the playoffs.
And if you're consistently that good defensively, you're always going to have a shot,
Yeah.
especially with that electric of a guy. And some of the winning Super Bowls, you know, you got to get lucky too. You can only lose once. I was disappointed in Lamar's AFC Championship
You
game.
blame Lamar?
No.
I was about to say, what you think about the
I don't
game
blame
plan?
Lamar. That's the thing
That
too.
OC pissed
That's the thing
bed.
too. That's the thing too. Like teams like the Ravens, it's like they get in the big games, and this could be the Andy Reid Chiefs effect. They get in that game. You've seen it with the Bills. They get in that game with the Chiefs.
It's bro. I blame the OC.
And they get away from what they do.
Yeah, and they felt like it was like the pressure of going against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
It was like they felt like they were out of the game where they had to pass the ball. They were
They
in the
turn
game
it
where they
into
could have run
a
the game. They
Lamar
coulda ran
prove
the ball.
yourself versus Mahomes
Right,
type thing,
right,
which you
right.
don't need to.
No.
What they lose 2-3 games the entire season,
Something like
and
that.
you know those are when you have a 17-game schedule. You just have y'all played football in college. You have games where you just
Yeah.
you know you fart and fall down. Like you don't know what's going on. Like you're gonna have the football season is a grueling journey where you just have games you fumble in the regular season, but you were dominant on like an overwhelming scale, running the football down teams' throat and being the most physical football team week in, week out, breaking teams. And really, if you look roster to roster, that's absolutely what they should have done and could have done against the Chiefs. Could have just broke the Chiefs, break the will of the Chiefs, control the clock, dominate time of possession like you do, and close them out. And clearly take care of the football.
Yeah, you play teams like the Chiefs, you just try to do extra stuff that don't even need to be done. Stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Lamar didn't even look like himself. I seen Odell on the sideline talking to him like, you ain't even
And he
running.
said it after the game.
Yeah, you ain't even running.
Yep.
He just trying to stand in there, I guess trying to prove the naysayers.
Lamar,
I
you
blame-
can see
I blame
the
the
frustration
OC,
in him
bro.
sometimes. Like you could tell when Lamar's hot, and it throws. It's everybody. It's any quarterback. It happens more than him.
I will say that's the one thing that I would like to see out of Lamar, and it's the part that kind of gives him the edge, but at the same time, I
Yep.
would like to see him keep a little bit more of an
Composure.
even keel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really blame the OC, man.
Yeah.
Patrick had the offensive coordinator calling plays as if they were down by 21 points.
They have the
They
dude that
were
was
not
at
down
Georgia,
by-
right?
Huh?
That OC, he was the one that was at Georgia. I think they got him from Georgia. He's never had a quarterback like Lamar in his life.
Yeah, but that ain't making no
Why that just doesn't make any sense. No, I'm saying that favors that conversation of organizationally. What are you doing? You just signed Lamar last year. It was the first year of his big extension. It doesn't make any sense to bring in the guy that's not tailored to Lamar Jackson. Not that it really, I mean, they still dominated. They're going to dominate again. They're going to have another 12-win season or around that.
Be good this year, especially with Derek.
Yeah, with Derek. Well, the only concern I have about that is him running laterally. That's not what he does. That outside zone read, like, I don't necessarily know that that's Derrick Henry's bread and butter.
Yeah.
But I think you could adjust to that. You could
I
run power.
feel like the zone.
You can just stretch and then turn it up.
But can he turn it up like that?
I feel like he's not really a run the power, pull the guard, run the power running back. He is more of a outside zone type of runner. To me, I feel like I feel like
a lot of his runs be more outside and then turned up.
Don't get me wrong.
He needs to get beyond the line of scrimmage though.
Facts.
And when you're doing the outside zone read,
it ain't gonna be no read.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, he is not a zone read. That's what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, hand it off.
Back to the Cowboys.
Well, listen, here's the thing about the Cowboys, too. This is another thing. Like, there's this narrative, like yesterday it popped off. The people that are on the Dak Prescott side, this is the problem. Like, there's right now an attachment to athletes and sports. Not that there always wasn't, but I guess now with the socials being a thing, where sensitivity or your emotional attachment blinds you to just being honest and objective like we're trying to be. Ceiling versus, is his ceiling high enough to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. It's the same thing as like when they're like, you don't get him no help. Why? Because we didn't sign anybody. He has a first-team all-pro wide receiver.
No help?
He's got the best receiver in the world. It's CD, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Lamb. He's got an all-pro level tight end. He's got Brandon Cooks, who's had 1,000 yards everywhere he's been. He also had Dez Bryant when he came to the league, a Hall of Fame tight end, one of the greatest tackles of all time. He's got a Hall of Fame guard right now, first-team all-pro guard. We drafted another tackle to protect his blind side with the first-round pick. We used a first-rounder on CD. We traded a first-rounder for Amari, then traded him for a pack of Skittles. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you got the best player in the world in Micah Parsons, 2 all-pro cornerbacks, another elite pass rusher in DeMarcus Lawrence. You got a hell of a secondary, good safeties. What is help?
Nah,
that's a better roster than the Chiefs had last year.
The roster is there.
That's a better roster than the Chiefs.
I feel like they always got a roster.
That's a better roster than the Chiefs.
On paper, they always.
They draft. They do a great job drafting their roster most of the time. That's how Dallas operates.
Yeah, we draft better than anybody, arguably. Yeah. And we beat the Lions last year. The Lions were a hair away from the Super Bowl if Dan Campbell didn't melt down and start going for it on his own side of the field.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
And we could analytics.
That's a whole nother.
Is that right there. I'm so sick and tired of coaches. Like Dan Campbell's the biggest coach where he's just like a fan favorite. So the stupid stuff that he does is just like, oh, he trusts his players. He trusts his players. He's a dumbass. Don't
that
the Cowboys game. They had 4 2-point conversion attempts in a row. He didn't get the first 3, kick the extra point.
Yeah, that cost him.
That's not trusting your players. That's stupid. I would be mad as a player.
Yeah, that cost him.
I would be mad as a player if you went for it on 4th and 8 on our side of the field. We're dominating the game. Pump the ball. That changes everything. Yeah. That's not oh, coach, trust us.
This kind of brings me into this conversation. About being too cute. So I'm thinking about the Ravens, getting away from what they do. Dan Campbell, obviously, I don't know. I just thought, when I think about that, that's not getting away from who he is. That's who he is. But it's still being cute.
You're trying to show that you can do this.
Right,
I don't know.
It's like on the
smart.
It's like if you're trying to lose weight and you're like Oreos are a part of who I am.
Yeah.
You gotta change who you are sometimes. Yeah. Maybe who you are is the only issue y'all got left.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's true. So we need to go ahead and draft Shador.
Yeah, we'll see. That's the thing too. The last year of this contract, I think that you're being unrealistic if you don't think it's realistic for the Cowboys to wait and see going into the last year, considering we're at the end of this last contract we gave him, and we haven't gotten any farther than we got with him or before him in my life. We haven't gotten any further than the divisional round.
I feel like that's what needs to be
done. It has to be done. And that's where, what Dak just said yesterday about, I don't play for money, the way I read between the lines is he's saying, I want to be a Cowboy before
And I'm
anything.
gonna take less.
I will take less. Because Todd France, his agent,
I didn't know
is
he
all
said
about the
that.
money.
I didn't know he said
Todd
that.
France is
Yeah,
all
I seen
about.
him say that yesterday, and that made me feel like ain't
He's
no
reading
deal
between the lines.
and ain't no deal finna really get done like that. I
And
feel
you've
like.
seen all offseason, Trey Lance looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Trey Lance
Yes.
is coming along.
Yes, you
because
been
Trey
hearing
Lance's
that?
ceiling.
They need
is
to
up
go
there.
ahead and give him a shot.
I think so too.
They
He was
need
drafted
to.
at 20 years old. He was 20 years old, the number 3 overall pick, ceiling through the roof. Mike McCarthy, to his credit, has developed quarterbacks throughout his whole career. He's made Dak better as a quarterback. His best years of his career have come since then. If Mike's going on the last year of his deal too, anything to prove it, let's see how you developed Trey Lance since last year. You know what I mean?
Throw him
or
out there.
anything. You can't, the definition of insanity, why have we not got past the divisional round of the playoffs? Yeah. We've had quarterbacks from the Romo era through the Dak era. We had Pro Bowl level, good franchise quarterbacks, like you said, to the standard of whatever that is probably considered to be. Consistent winners, can get you to the playoffs, you can trust them, leaders, whatever. But we haven't drafted a first-round quarterback since Troy Aikman. That was the last one to win Super Bowls for us.
Yeah.
I think that first-round quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, win Super Bowls. Shador,
Right.
or any of the, there's going to be Shador, Quinn, and Beck out of Georgia. I think those 3 guys ceiling way higher than Dak Prescott's immediately.
I'm gonna disagree with you on Quinn.
Nah, bro.
There's something there, bro, that I am not seeing. Like this year, I feel like from sophomore year to junior year,
Yeah.
personally, I just didn't feel like he made the progress that I was hoping to see. I don't know. Like I didn't watch every game, but when I'm watching them, I'm feeling like this year I need to see this leap, bro.
So
I don't
when
know
I
what
say
it
Quinn,
is.
like the question on is Quinn good? It's not a question. I think he's very good, and that was answered.
No, he's good.
But he needs to go from very good to elite. Follow the Shirley Jackson show. I actually have a topic about this. But he goes from very good to elite. He's very good to be in this conversation next year, or April of next year, when we're talking about who's going to go at the top of the draft and stuff like this. He needs to take that leap from being a very good quarterback that can execute Sark's offense and do everything he did to an elite quarterback that goes bonkers like Mac Jones did in his offense, but better.
Tell me what you feel. How you feel about this? Now, I'm no quarterback coach. What is mechanically wrong with his deep ball?
I just think that's a thing that develops last. And one, I think that the biggest issue was him with Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is the fastest player in Combine history. I think part of that existed there, like just a mental funk that he went into, a slump because he couldn't hit him. And that was that whole, really, his freshman year. He reclassified, so he enrolled at 17 years old. He was supposed to be a senior in high school his whole freshman year.
Yeah, I remember.
I think the deep ball takes a little bit, and it's the last thing to develop from him. Mechanically, I think he's such an arm talent throughout his whole life that he got away with bad footwork and bad mechanics throughout his entire life, and that's the process with him.
So you feel like Sark has been trying to really...
That's everything. It's been mechanics, the footwork. And so there was a big jump from that first year where he was throwing with his feet in the air and doing stuff like that to being a lot more consistent. And you saw it. That was the jump in numbers and win-loss total. And, you know, the next jump will be being that elite Heisman-winning type guy. You don't miss a deep ball. Now, the flip side of that, the next guy up, you're not going to ever see struggle with the deep ball in Arch. But that's the difference in probably doing everything right as
from
a
the
quarterback
ground up,
from the moment you were born
to
now.
He been living it his whole life.
So I need you to rinse the Cowboys off your brain for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Because that brings me to a different conversation on when you say, when we talk about being, sometimes you have to not be who you are when things aren't going right. It kind of makes me think about, when we talk about being cute, sometimes I think, this is not just football, but I think, why is it that we try to make things, I think I kind of know, seem like they're harder than they are? When to me, and this is training or whatever the case may be, this is a relationship, whatever the case may be, like, of course, like, somebody else can come in that makes good money and can pay the bills at my house. Somebody else can do that.
Yeah.
Legitimately. You can come in and pay bills.
Yeah.
But the talent is me. The talent is you. The talent is who you are. And so I was looking at some the other day. I was looking at some stuff on social, and I'm looking like, it was something simple, and somebody was like really trying to complicate it. They tried to like talk around the complication of what they were doing, but I was like, it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
It's really simple. Why can't you be satisfied with it's people choose you because it's you?
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Because people don't
cute
choose their
enough.
self.
That's what I'm talking
they're
about.
They're terrified of failure, and so you're going to search for a crutch that's publicly accepted. Mm-hmm. Like if the crutch of Dan Campbell, that he just trusted and loved his players so much, so he'll go for it at irrational times. He can lean on that crutch because that's the public narrative on him. Everybody loves him. Oh, you see his press conferences, the quirky things he says. They all wear his jersey at the draft. Corny stuff. People attach to it, and you can lean on that crutch of being a fan favorite. Instead of literally being critical of yourself and trying to improve, which is what everybody's got to do to improve. You have to acknowledge I'm wrong. What I'm doing is wrong.
That's
and
the hard
not
part
working.
right there,
it's the hardest thing to do. But it's what is necessary to do to improve or accomplish what you want. But I think the biggest thing is 99% of people aren't secure in themselves or what they want to be. They're secure in their finances. They're secure in what keeps the lights on, what makes their wife happy, their husband happy, whatever it may be, and not really even fully knowing themselves, the capabilities and the impact they can make on the world beyond.
It's identity. It's identity.
Identity issues. Yeah, I think that exists with.
That's what
everything.
I'm saying. It's not just football. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wash the Cowboys off your brain and think across the board. Like a lot of issues are like identity issues.
And you can it's easy to get comfortable being above average.
Absolutely.
Because you're rolling in the middle lane. You're not getting pulled over. It's easy. The food, you're happy with where you're able to go out to eat, whatever it is. Yeah, you're just very comfortable. It's easier being comfortable than taking risk.
Striving for more risk.
Yeah, because the risk is uncomfortable. Risk is very uncomfortable.
And we talk about it all the time. It's just the not knowing.
Yep.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's
so
why
I'm gonna be safe over here because I already know what this is gonna do.
That's what. It's kind of an interesting comparison, but like when Cat Williams was on that interview, he said there's God's side and there's the other side. It's the other side is being comfortable with what they know, and the God is the unknown. But you know what I mean? You gotta dedicate a life to live in a certain way with your elite faith in something, right? It's the same thing. You have that elite level faith in yourself because you're supposed to. You should.
You better.
But because guess what? Those that do will eat you.
So that's just not like I don't know where I saw this. It was basically like people don't want to feel or look foolish in the beginning to be the master of whatever it is in the end. Like just fearing that, just getting out there.
They don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah, or the faith. He's talking about faith. The vulnerability of whatever the case, whatever it is.
Yeah. But you have to. Humility is necessary to get where you want to go.
Yeah, for growth.
You can't learn without being wrong or humbled. You just can't. And the most distasteful thing is when somebody gives off energy of entitlement. That's entitlement at that point. If you're afraid of humility, then you're entitled.
So we just talked about the other day. It's kind of like when we get the parents that come in here that don't really know anything, but they try to make us feel like they know.
Yeah, no.
So you talking at the people that do this all day, every day, and you looking at them like,
in the world.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, what are you saying? You asking, like, you don't have to try to tell me how much you know. We're here to get your daughter and son better.
Yeah.
Like,
but they don't want to look a certain way.
We provide a service that
Yeah.
leads to this. This is what this is the service we provide.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even, like, that's my biggest pet peeve in the world. Like, you know, even with my barber, I tell him the length that I want, the fade that I want, but every time I'm like, really do what you want with it. You're the artist. You're the artist.
Right.
You're gonna make me look better than I'll make me look.
Right.
I don't, you know.
Right.
It's just, I'm not gonna go anywhere.
That's the same conversation we have all the time. Like I said, if I'm going to grab something at Torchy's, when I walk in there, everybody in there, I am listening. What you need me to do?
Yeah.
Where do I need to go? This what I need? It ain't no like entitlement where I'm the customer.
You know what you doing.
Nah, like everywhere I walk in to somebody else's stuff, I'm the beta. I'm not the alpha when I take my truck in to get the surface.
I don't know nothing.
No. I literally I'll tell them, I'll be like, this is what's wrong. And then when they get to ask me, I say, hey, what if this was your truck or your wife's truck?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I need you to do. I need you to do to my truck what you would do for your wife's truck.
Yeah.
And I'm just assuming, obviously, you taking care of your wife.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm messing up big time if I'm talking to somebody that don't take care of their wife. But I'm kind of projecting how I do for my wife.
Right.
So, like, bruh, like, I'm not the expert. I'm going to tell you what I think is going on, and I need you to do
What you do.
Right.
Because when you come in here, I expect you to fully trust me. Once you put that card on file,
Yeah.
you don't pay and do the service.
Yeah.
You pay and go sit your ass down.
Yeah.
You don't pay and do the work. Where we
Yeah.
do that at? We don't pay the landscaping and then I
Go out there
and
with
do
my
the
lawn.
work.
No, sir.
That ain't how it works.
So I think that personal trainers or y'all's field of work gets more of that than most people do, which is absolutely insane. Like, imagine coming from your construction job, walking in here
Every day.
and telling former professional athletes and currently very successful trainers how to do their job or what to charge for their service. Telling someone what to charge for their service is, like, obviously you got to have the self-control to not assault people, but in a world where, like, that is an outrageous, if you do that, if I as an 8-year-old told my dad how to parent, that was the result of what I did.
Yeah. I had somebody recently.
Entitlement.
I had somebody recently. They were coming in on a discount. Already.
That's crazy.
They were already in on the discount and literally were attempting to haggle the price for a good 25, 30 seconds for another 20 to
Discount.
30%.
They wanted
That's
50% off.
I really laughed at it. And eventually the family that was there asked the other family member to go sit down because he was like, you tripping right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you tripping. Like,
Yeah.
let me handle
Yeah,
this.
it's like people forget this is also
But-
how you guys feed your families.
But this is, and that's what
We
I
talk
told you
about
I was about to say. I was about to say, so you don't want me to feed my daughter.
It's exactly
But-
like y'all don't know
But the
value.
the issue is, like you said before, in this field, what happens is people literally don't know what they're looking at. So when they come and they see a group of college athletes running sprints, they just see a college athlete running sprints.
Yeah.
They don't know every little thing that
Yeah.
we've been working
Yeah.
on, all the stuff they've been told. They
Yeah.
don't know the programming.
Yeah.
They have no clue everything that goes into it. They just get we can go to the field and
Do
run
that.
sprints. You have not even the inkling of an idea of
think y'all
what
just
we
roll out
know
of
and
bed.
what we do.
Literally think y'all just roll out of
So
bed.
that's the hard part.
And then social media doesn't help.
No, at all.
It makes it
Because
worse.
everybody posts their
Everybody
best
knows
reps.
everything too.
And let's talk about this. What year are we in right now?
2024.
2024.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
We started doing this here in the area in 2012.
Yeah.
We've been doing this literally every day
Yeah,
for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys that claims my college time as a trainer. Like people talking about, I've been training for 20 years and
No.
they 30.
Yeah, they're 35.
No. 12 years. When I say every day,
That's crazy to even think about that.
Yeah.
every day.
The hours.
Every day, and I'm not talking one session. No knock on the guys at the park doing
Yeah,
one
yeah,
I
session.
used to
yeah.
wake
20
you up for our
athletes.
Yeah.
sessions.
Yes, every day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We ain't talking about no 2 hours a
pools.
week with 20 kids.
There's more. Y'all have put in a significant amount of more hours in work, time, and mental exhaustion into what y'all do, almost double than anybody that can walk in here with their kid.
Bro,
just
it's-
their way. That's not to disrespect anybody, and I know
It's
that there's
probably
people
not
out
even
there.
double.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
probably
it's-
like
It's a lifestyle,
Times
and that's the thing.
100.
But that goes back to y'all are committed to a lifestyle that y'all are called to do and live this life. You guys live, eat, sleep, and breathe this life everywhere you go, from your socials to at home to your diet to being here and literally working. and people want to come in
And
tell
then
you
ask
how
it.
to do it, how to charge for
Or
it.
ask for it.
And to think you guys have 12 years of working and thinking about this and don't know the value of what to charge for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what's interesting. And these are the worst. The worst ones are the ones that swear up and down that their child should receive a $500,000 compensation package for scholarships, but they don't want to pay the $12,000 over the course of a year and a half or so to invest. So you got bad math.
People don't know ROI.
You got bad math.
They don't know. They don't
You
know
got
the
bad math.
You either got bad math, or you can't think beyond this moment right here. Like you can't project anything.
Let me add one. You either got bad math, or you don't really believe the shit that you're saying.
Nope.
Because put your money where your mouth is.
Yep. How
because
confident.
if you believe in it, then you're gonna invest in it.
There's no question.
There's no question. Because you really and we're not talking
Smallest
about
dog's got the biggest bark.
There's no question.
we're not talking about just the compensation package of a scholarship. Now the NCAA is going to be revenue sharing with the players, and we're talking about NIL.
Yeah.
We're talking
Shit,
about
I've seen
hundreds
that
and
schools
hundreds.
can pay
That's
players
what I'm talking
now.
about, the NCAA revenue.
Okay.
Quinn Ewers has a private jet deal.
So we talking about all of that. And before y'all get
And they
to
let him
saying,
get 3 flights for his boys like a year.
hey, before y'all get to saying, well, those kids don't need to train, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Who
don't need to
doesn't?
train?
Patrick Mahomes has been training with my boy Bobby for a long time. I don't know Bobby
That's where they get the-
personally,
that's where they get the
but
game
I
messed
do
up.
know.
Yeah.
I know Bobby. We have each other. I have each other's numbers. Like,
Yeah.
bro, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't need it? I think if you have the talent, there's even more of
You
an
need it even
incentive
more.
to get in with somebody that you trust to really take that thing to the next level. More so that than the kids that don't have the talent. A lot of parents really have it backwards.
Oh.
They really have it
The
backwards.
majority of parents got it
Oh,
backwards.
he got talent.
Yes.
He should train for free. What are we teaching? What are you teaching your son?
Or
Yeah.
he don't need to train because he already got it, and we
That's
got
crazy.
offers.
Yeah,
So
it's,
what are we
it's
training
crazy.
for?
Insane.
Like
Insane.
to
those
me,
kids that are playing at the schools that are offering your son train outside of those schools. Every single one of them.
They don't understand
That are going
that.
to the league at least.
They don't
Every one of them that's
understand that.
taking it seriously and want to make a profession of it. Every last one of them got a trainer outside of their strength and
Working.
conditioning trainer for
Facts.
the team that they play for.
Facts.
And if you are going to look around the rest of the world of successful athletes and say, my son doesn't have to do everything that they're doing, then you should
Disservice.
evaluate your entire life.
It's a disservice.
it really is. It really is. And I was about to head into like outside of just performance stuff. Like, what are you teaching your son? You really and your
Teaching
daughter.
entitlement.
So right. You teaching
That's
your
all it boils
daughter
down to.
that she doesn't need to work for.
Anything.
Right. It should just be given. Like,
Or
what do we
saying
teach?
that your 15, 14-year-old kid gets to decide whether they train or not. Do you want to play in college?
We're not even going
Do
to
you
talk
wanna
about
play
that one. We
college?
ain't even
You
going to
wanna
talk
play
about
college?
that one.
Man, my kids aren't even going to decide where they go to college. I'll let them think they did. But I'm going to manipulate that. They're going to go where they need to go.
Fact. You see what
'Cause I
Deion?
was stupid
you see
at
what
18.
Deion doing? You see what Deion doing?
Yep.
What they
That's
asked
what this
him?
is all about.
You asked him the other day. They were like, I guess his daughter hit the portal. He was like, I told her it was stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, are you leaving your daughters? He was like, now what? Now you tell me, in what world do the parents follow the kids?
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, the kids follow me.
Yeah.
What am I? I'm not packing up and leaving because my daughter in the portal. What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
What are we saying?
Yeah.
Let's not even get into that one.
That's a
Everything
whole
they
nother-
know from me.
Bro, what are we
Which is the way it's
saying?
supposed to be. I mean, it takes even through your early 20s.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all interesting. I don't know. We see a lot, especially just keeping it a buck, man. Especially when we started, just being in here young.
Yeah.
24, 5, 3 years old.
Yeah.
I kind of can sometimes get it, but then I'm like, man, y'all don't know how far we've come.
Right.
Y'all have no clue how far we've come.
I do.
I'm like, bro, like we literally built this from nothing.
And with the same, because I've been around for a lot of it,
All of it.
The same energy in that little ballroom and backyard that we were training in getting kicked off the public fields. They weren't letting, because y'all saw how they did Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. We're getting kicked off the public fields, not accepted anywhere.
Yeah.
Same energy when y'all walked in and walked out of the place, in the same way of explaining and selling your product and your service and what you do, to now, to growing into this facility that you have, the list of clients that y'all have. The proof is in the pudding, and that just goes to show you, no matter what, people are going to reject what's great, because greatness is scary.
Yeah.
And also, kids don't want to come in here and think that there's somebody, they're offered by all these schools,
and then
some
come
kid
in
without offers.
Oh, don't get on. Hey, don't get on that. Hey, don't get on that.
Meaner.
Hey, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Rude about it.
Hey, Percy, that's really what Percy be saying. That's really what P be saying. We don't have to get him on. That's anytime I ask P, I'm like, P, why ain't they in here, bro? What's going on? You know what he say? They don't want to get exposed.
Yep.
That's all it is. With that look right there. They don't want to get exposed.
And tone.
Daddy, you just
They'll all go to the
you just hit
influencers.
a sensitive topic.
It's everybody in Austin that thinks they're influencers.
You just hit a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
And it ain't. And honestly, it ain't just the kids are following the parents with that because they hear it
at home.
Right. It's always at the house. And that same mentality is just so weak and it's so fragile. That mentality is so fragile.
Well, the thing is, though, you're gonna get exposed now or later with that mentality.
Boy, you sound what?
Like that's
you either gonna pay now or you gonna pay later.
And it's gonna be more public
and later.
It's gonna be more public later if it happens at the next level.
It's already happened.
Bro, it happens in training camp. Day one, people know, who did we just draft?
Yeah,
who did we just sign?
Yeah, we watch it happen in college all the time.
Portal time.
Yeah.
I literally, bro, you don't even understand.
The majority of portal players don't even get go to another school.
We'll have a kid come in. This has happened so many times. Come in, and they don't have the offers yet at all. They need to work, and they just need to do this, and they need to correct this, and they need to do this. But once, I get it. Because if the next level is telling you, you're good enough, we offer you, you're good enough, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't need to get faster.
Yeah.
I'm already fast.
Bigger. I don't need to get stronger. I don't need to get better.
Yeah.
I don't need to train.
Yeah.
Or instead of spending that, I'll just go spend this because really, I'll throw that out there and it ain't gonna affect me like that.
Or
I can throw that little 20 out there, it ain't gonna really affect me like that. I'm getting to that. I'm
get
about
what
to get to
I need for a month.
At the last minute.
I'm gonna come for 4 weeks
because they know what I need. Because they know what though.
Because they know we got the sauce.
Because they wait till the last minute, then they run to us because they know they should have been with us for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And you know we can make it happen.
But they want to catch us for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They run to us when there's an emergency.
Yep. And the clout chasing trainers, if you will, don't have to name names, don't want them anymore because you're not getting the likes on my Instagram page.
Oh boy,
that's a whole.
Well, no, but I mean,
they train for free.
I'm not even engraved in this world. I just observe. And the observation to me is fear of failure, fear of meeting your match. Which, by the way, 16-year-olds don't make the NFL. So they tell you you're good enough at 16. It really doesn't mean anything. What does Brady tell all those rookies every year? Just because you got drafted in the first round doesn't mean anything. Yeah. He told Will Levis, nobody cares you got drafted in the second round. Stop whining. Like, nobody cares about that. At the end of the day, the greatest player of all time was basically a 7th-round pick.
Right.
You know, look at Jerry Rice's son. I'll go out on a limb right now. Say Jerry Rice's son is going to be at least a perennial Pro Bowler at some point in his career. He's drafted in the 7th round. You know what Jerry Rice said? He said, his training's in my hands.
What? He said, all of your workouts.
They pissed me off.
I seen that.
That was the GOAT.
I seen that.
Yeah. 1A, 1B.
Yeah,
I
seen that.
So I'm going to be
non-quarterback GOAT.
All of your workouts.
All your workouts. The hardest worker ever. You know why he's the greatest ever? He's the hardest worker ever. You know why Brady's the greatest ever? He's the hardest worker ever. Jordan was the hardest worker ever. He killed people amongst a pool of extremely hard-working NBA players. He doubled what they did.
Right.
And what does he say? I never asked anybody to do anything I wasn't doing. I'm sorry if it smothered you. I'm sorry, but I only know one way. There's somebody out there
and we
like
ain't
that.
Ain't nobody saying like, and I think what happens now with social media and like this mental health thing. Hold on, just follow me. What happens is when all of these kids are hearing they deserve mental health, or they shouldn't be talked to like this, or there's other ways to get it through, then they feel like when you have someone that comes along that'll slap the shit out of you while we in the training camp, slap the helmet off like, you because you didn't
Ron Geno Smith's jaw.
Not cap when I was supposed to cap
your
on
responsibility.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We don't want to
that's life or death.
Right.
That's life or death.
We don't want to get cussed out because we just messed up our assignment. We just saw it. The DBs for the Texans. You saw that the DBs from the Texans getting on Buddy. He was like, hey, football ain't just about playing football now.
No.
It's about communication.
Right.
He was like, you keep on, if you ain't communicating, they will cut us. And he was trying to tell Buddy.
Oh, Charles Davis or whatever. They will cut you, bro.
Yeah. He was trying to tell Buddy.
He said, bro, he thinks he knows it all. That's what he said.
What did Buddy keep saying to him?
He was basically
man, change your tone.
Change your tone. Like that.
That shit like, blows my mind, bro.
I'm all about mental health. I'm just about as much mental health as the next guy. Being soft is bad for your mental health. It's the worst thing for your mental health.
Facts.
Being soft, because guess what? As much as I want people to be mentally healthy, in the world of competition, if you're soft, I'm going to destroy you. You're first. Get them out. Yeah. Get them out. And I'm gonna meet the one like me eventually. We're going to come up, and we're going to go to war when we go to war.
Together or against each other.
Right.
Yeah. Or both. We might go to war at it and then go to war together because we're like that.
Well, that's what happened in training camp.
But it's the ultimate team sport.
Yeah, bro.
It's the ultimate team sport.
Especially in a sport like football.
Like you don't.
The tone doesn't matter, bro. I ain't got time.
Why do you
be thinking about how I'm talking
to you? People that didn't ever live it can't look at a coach going ballistic on a player.
Right.
Oh, they talk to me like, no, it's a dictatorship out there because that's the way it needs to be. This is not kumbaya time.
Fact.
No, it's not.
But you're right,
bro.
though. It's majority of the people that haven't been in those
instances
and scenarios and know.
With the turf temperature, 127.
Bruh.
Coaches got marital problems. And two speeding tickets, a parking ticket on campus.
Hey,
and
let's talk about it.
You just missed your assignment.
Hey, but let's talk about it. Not just that. Somebody, I forgot who it was that posted it. He was like, my wife don't work. My kids go to the best schools.
Yeah.
I'm making $500,000 a year. I'm finna tear your ass up if you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And guess what? You making $1 million too now.
Yeah.
So you think I'm about to, bro?
That's outrageous. You are paid millions to do the coolest job in the world.
Yeah.
You know, in my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes, when you pay millions of dollars, there is going to be a hard, uncomfortable side to making that money, just like there's an uncomfortable side to being a successful trainer.
I don't even want them folks on my squad.
Hell no.
Get them out of there.
I was looking at the comments, though.
It's been 10,000 days since I won a championship. None of them.
I was looking at the comments, though.
What else saying?
I was watching, bro, believe it or not, there's a lot of people in those comments that were like, he's just trying to talk to him crazy because he's mic'd up. Bro, I was literally looking at them comments like, y'all have no clue.
He forgot that mic was on.
What? I don't even know the mic is on.
Facts.
Yeah, you forget. You ever see those mic'd up cuts where they only get like 30 seconds of their mic'd up, and like to show you? That's because people,
bro.
Mic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is now life or death. This mic and this show and this Instagram post y'all gonna make means nothing to me. You know what I mean?
I'm out here at war.
And it is, and football especially, the lifespan is so short. Y'all know that just as much as anybody. When you're cut, you're forgotten about, like the legends forgotten about. Just like that. Let's move on. There's like coaches the same way. So that's why they yell at you like that. Yeah. They love their job too, and that paycheck, and their wives love the schools the kids go to and not working, and the Louis bags and everything else. They love that. You don't want to give up that lifestyle. Any lifestyle you step into becomes your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you ain't going backwards.
Trying to go back. Facts.
And if you missing your assignment and being worried about everything other than being the best cornerback you could be or the best edge rusher you could be.
For me, what it just irks me, bro, it's hard for me to understand how you can mess the assignment up. Someone get on you and your response is, Can you say it nicer?
That is insane.
Entitlement.
How do you not feel guilty and sorry already for missing your assignment?
Right.
My bad, man.
Bro,
I don't even care how you say it.
I can't wait till the next rep.
How you say
and the
it.
next rep, and the next, because you know what? I guarantee you, what do y'all think the most about of y'all's football career? It's not really your highlights, it's your low lights.
Oh.
It's the low lights.
That's all you be
that
thinking
haunt
about.
you. That haunt you.
Bro,
That Wisconsin Whitewater game, I've heard about it 3,000 times.
I don't even want to talk
I can
about
tell
it.
the story, but I'm not going to. I'm not going
Bro.
to. But like,
Bro,
that's-
Ashley asks me all the time, so how do y'all remember
Every play?
the third
Shaped
and
you.
Yes.
it shaped you.
Facts.
There's no
Yes.
sacrifice shaping without that. Like,
bro? I don't know. It's just
Boy.
too many, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Like I just didn't. And a lot of it, bro, I think it does have to deal with the household you grow up in.
oh,
And it can go,
For sure.
but it can go
And
either.
environment.
It
And
can go either way.
Yeah.
And someone said something in the comments that I didn't necessarily agree with, but I could understand where they were coming from.
yeah,
The guy was like, 41 grew up in a household with a single mom.
yeah,
He thinking about tone.
yeah.
He ain't heard that
Yeah.
voice, that man.
The fear
that-
of God.
Yeah, like
In you.
That,
Yeah,
on him.
yeah,
He
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
had like, and so I was like, I could see where he coming
How
from
did
with that.
you get to that point?
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing.
And then the problem is because a lot are getting to the cracks before they even ever get humbled like that or should. And a lot of people have been yes men to them their whole life, riding their friends, whatever. Because my friends, if I say something embarrassing out here or whatever, nobody's going to make fun of me publicly harder than my best friends in the world.
right.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm ready for it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
But they're also like social media and everything you're talking about is eliminating competition. You know, the last time I've drove through a neighborhood and seen kids playing football and fighting each other, I haven't.
Yeah.
There ain't neighborhood football games and fights going on,
the
and he took my
street.
bike and it's dead. And so you like
It's
everybody's got
it's
flight
happening. I was
syndrome.
talking about earlier. Like I think it is. There's this raw element of that we have lost. It's more organized now in the AAU and all of the flag and all of the
Organized
7-on-7.
chaos.
Yeah, it's not that.
Which might be
it's
better.
not that edge, but I think there's a give and take with
Yeah.
that edge.
You gotta have that edge when you
Because
playing
ain't
on the
nobody-
asphalt.
Bro,
Because ain't nobody governing it.
Exactly.
Right, it's
You're
just
gonna
you
find
and the
it
other people.
uncontrolled for the first time in your life at 8 years old. Sometimes you gotta see something that you weren't supposed to see, and you need to
fact.
adjust to that. in
It's
your
that
life.
hard foul that your cousin
decide.
did, and then he hit you.
Yeah.
And then you like, what?
Yep.
And then y'all
And then
in
let's
that
go.
play.
You don't tell mom and dad for the first
Facts.
time, and y'all
Right.
just handled it yourself.
Facts.
You become
I
half a
think-
man right there. You're
I think
starting.
you lose-
You're getting out your
That
shell.
edge.
You lose a little bit of that rawness
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the
Because it can't. You have to have it uncontrolled at some point. I can't be watching the control. All right, y'all stop now. You know what I mean? Every time. That's
Yeah.
what that is, and it's still good. That's still good, and it has its place. But the chaos, like, dogs got to be just together.
Facts.
And let's see who the top one is at some point.
facts.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
And
That's why I said I feel like the comment that he made about the single mom, it goes both ways because, like, I know some guys that grew up with the single mom, some dogs now.
Yeah.
The tone don't matter to them like that.
No.
But
I
maybe
do
mama
understand.
was
Right.
You
that's
know what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
Yeah.
It's still the household.
And there's
It's-
probably some uncle
Or
mom's
some kind
brother
of-
that came along and said, your daddy ain't around, you're the man, and early had to grow up.
Yeah.
First. But there's also single moms that are
Facts.
too soft
Oh.
forever on their baby. You know what I mean?
And then some that are hard on their baby too.
That's the importance of a father, though, too. And the end of it starts with the father. It starts with the father.
Nah,
of
I'm
what
not-
these kids become, the entitlement and all that stuff.
Bro, I'm with you, bro.
Because, bro,
I'm with you.
a kid, I don't care if you're all district, all state. I don't care if you're all American. I'm a 27. You're still not shit. You haven't
Yeah.
done anything in your life that really matters.
Yeah.
Because guess what? A 35-year-old talking about his high school accomplishment is a loser.
Boy, we had.
So you haven't accomplished anything.
What was we?
we had buddy up in here.
What was? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For an hour talking about high school. Oh Didn't even sign.
I'm not even involved in high school football, really.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just observant.
We're not gonna go down there.
But that's why I talk to my kids the way I talk to my kids at the house.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
good
that they
for
ready.
them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get out there in the world, anything they hear, that ain't nothing. Daddy talk to me.
Yeah.
Not that I'm just
No,
cussing
no,
them out,
no,
right?
but
Not
yeah.
that I'm just
But
cussing them out and
no.
stuff like that.
But that tone,
But
bro.
they hear that tone.
The world's never going to care about you as much as Daddy cares about you. That's the thing. That's why it's got to be tough, because the world's going to be tough. It's the same thing. Get exposed now as a youth or get exposed as a man. It's which one do you want?
Yeah, needed to be done early.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't just about the boys. The girls
same
too.
thing, yeah.
Facts.
They needed to.
Probably more, actually.
Yeah,
but
because
that's,
it's the world is just a tad bit little harder in the different ways on the women.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I think that they need that too, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. All of that stuff is like, we talk about this stuff so often, like, and it seems like it's the same story, the same stuff, like over and over. And I know people before and talked about it. We gonna talk about it. This won't be the last show.
Yeah, that we talk about.
That we talking about it.
and it's about engagement.
Yeah.
We wouldn't represent what we're saying to represent if we were scared to talk about it and scared to confront it with people that are on the other side of that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and we do. I do. In person. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, just come check us and we good. You know what I'm saying? We gon' he and ha.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
No.
It's really, I can get an hour argument with somebody.
You better, for me, you better take it personally.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not.
No, not
saying
bad.
not like that. Right.
But you better take it personally.
Yes.
It's always personal.
Because I'm telling you the truth.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Because for me, and I'll never forget this, and I brought this up before. My freshman year, I was at the bottom of the depth chart, college.
Little guy.
And I was running scout team. And I had to run it was like a 5-yard out. I will never forget this. We were on the defensive auxiliary field closest to the road. I was on the left side. I ran my out route, which I thought I was just running my out route, and I turned around, and a number 8 cussed me out for bull crapping on the out route, running it slow because he couldn't get in the drop that he needed to get in. And it was Jarrell. He cussed me out. Run your fucking route. Run that straight.
Yeah.
Bro, I turned around, I was looking like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then when I got back in my line and I kept watching, I was like, I gotta run my route.
Yeah.
So they know what they need to be doing, so they can get a good look of who we playing this week.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I knew.
Yeah. Greatest crusader ever.
Oh yeah, I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad.
Yeah.
In the moment, I kind of got, but when I stood back and I was watching, I was like, I'm bullshit. I was like, okay, I got it. I got it.
But see, it wasn't
He needs to
you
look.
didn't crumble.
No.
Right.
Crumble.
But it wasn't, you didn't give him a look.
No,
Out there to play tiddly dicks.
No.
Out there to get better.
I didn't get a look. I didn't give it to him. And I was that freshman that got a lot of heat.
You came in. Did you come in a little entitled out of Caldwell?
No, I didn't come in entitled. I just came in
with a chip.
Yeah, chip.
Chip on his shoulder.
Not there to make friends.
None.
No.
I wasn't trying to make no friends. I was just trying to play. But honestly though, that culture
set the tone.
It was perfect for me because when I got
Y'all
in
in the
there,
same class?
Nah,
I'm 2, but some things happen to where I'm 1.
Yeah.
Hey, I quit school for recess, baby.
Yeah. But that culture was.
Yeah. And it's so crazy. I think about it all the time, like, how do we have all of those guys that just bought in and almost had the same type of mindset? Because it's rare that you just have that many.
Like y'all's era at UMH, because y'all are the epitome of what we're talking about. Y'all are the epitome of what y'all went from Belton High School to that what they got now because of the foundation that was built right then and there.
Facts. They get weeded
You
out,
guys
bro.
came in, what was this, 06, 07?
06.
Yeah, I came.
Way before all that, ready to be pros at D3 UMHB.
Yeah.
Every single guy had the same mindset, kill or be killed. You weren't there to make everybody, you know, and y'all became friends through the battle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Lifelong brothers now.
Yeah. Facts.
Through going at it and not there to be
Facts.
friendly
And
with each
let me
other.
tell you something. Let me tell you something, though. What people don't understand, and and I just put something out on Twitter today about like culture is the worst behavior that you allow every day.
Yeah, I saw that. I like that.
Bro, every day.
You are your worst player.
Bro,
you're not your best player.
In the facility, on the field, on the field, oh yeah, like we going at it. You getting cussed out. You probably getting hit on the back of your head or grabbed. You having these confrontations.
Yeah.
But guess what? Off the field, bro, Jarrell took care of us.
Yeah.
He was an older head, like Barcheck. I respect Barcheck.
Boy, Elliott.
Bro, yeah, Elliott. People don't, bro, Elliott to me, like Coob and all of them, but Elliott specifically, Barcheck, because he was playing corner. He played corner on that run to the national championship. Bro, like, Elliott took me under his wing. Calvin was hurt when I was starting. Calvin was taking me under his wing, telling me stuff. Now, Calvin had a different kind of leadership role. Elliott could do both. Barcheck could do both. Barcheck could bite your fucking head off.
Or he'll come
or
with
kind of give it to you in a different way. But we had a lot of dogs on that field that was barking.
Yeah.
And it was like, you would just get weeded out.
Yeah.
That's just how it just happened like that.
The guys at the top, because it's so easy if you're a starter to buy into the culture and do that, but the players set the culture. Those guys have to make sure that their backups and all that are buttoned up just like I'm buttoned up. Because that's when you tell a championship culture, when this dude that might not ever start, he might not ever let her, he might not ever, the JV kids at UMHB are buttoned up like they're playing on the big games.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you got a culture, bro. Same with high school. Same with high school. You go to Lake Travis or whatever, you're going to see their freshman teams winning, their freshman B teams winning, their JV teams are winning.
Culture.
And you know what I mean?
Hey, that's perfect, because that actually takes us into... We're going to be doing a segment, I don't know, not a segment, but a series.
You know how we do it.
Yeah, a series called Culture Kings. So, I don't mean to bring us down right now, but Culture Kings is coming. We're going to do a series on Culture Kings because there's a couple of guys that we want to bring into the show or go see them that we're going to really talk about what it really takes to start a culture and to maintain a culture. Start a culture.
That's going to be lit.
And maintain a culture. So expect Culture Kings coming out. Man, tell them where they need to follow you again.
Shoney Jackson, SHONEE Jackson on everything. Shoney Jackson on YouTube is going to be the Shoney Jackson Show, dropping in the next couple of weeks. And also follow Opinionated Sports. I'm on the podcast 54 Yards with Cam. And you know where to find me. I'm not hard to find.
Don't forget, we got our summer camp starting up first week of June 3rd, first day, elementary through high school.
Click the link for
Come
block
see
party.
us.
Yeah,
So
block party
on
June
the 1st.
next Saturday.
We just kicking it.
Fun, family, fitness.
Tuck's going to be on the washer.
Facts. Me and E on the washers.
Hey,
the whole time.
bring your squad, bring your partners.
Hey, they talking about my beanbag toss, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Beanbag, y'all know what it is.
Talking about
Hey, we out.
What will you sacrifice to be great?